Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome to my pre-intro to the patch rundown for DayZ 0.55. If you don't know, every patch that gets pushed into stable, we do a patch rundown of it within 24 to 48 hours after the patch has been released to stable. Here, we are going to show you guys in picture or video form all of the new updates that have been released and what my opinion is on them if I have played since the new patches came out. So, without further ado, let's hop into the video and enjoy, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to 0.55 patch rundown for DayZ. So I'm going to give a little heads up / warning before I start this video. This one is going to have a lot to talk about in my opinion and to show, so this one might be a little bit longer of a video. But if you want your DayZ information and opinion and stuff like that, I would suggest sticking around. But the second warning is I'm going to try to keep my cool / not get salty / hate, but it might be hard. I'm not going to get all hyphy and yelly or anything, but this is not one of my most favorite patches. I'm kind of disappointed, and I'll tell you why, but later in the video. But I'm going to try to keep my cool. So let's get into this. So the first thing we're going to start off as is the new weapons. There is a couple of weapons they added / brought back / One of them being the chainsaw. They had the chainsaw in here before, but it was bugged or something like that. But here it is. This is what the chainsaw looks like. It looks pretty rusted, but it is in the game now, so you can find those. I can't exactly tell you guys where to find them because there's another update that unfortunately is happening right now, which I'll tell you about in a second. So the chainsaw is back in, which is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I want to see someone die to the chainsaw. I want to see what kind of damage it does, what gear it ruins, and how quick you can kill someone with it. So yeah. So that would be the chainsaw. That's pretty cool. The other thing they came out with is the landmine, which is very interesting. They came out with it. It was an experimental. It didn't do too bad. I will go ahead and give you guys a quick image of that up on the screen. The landmine is going to look like this. I have never came across one or I've seen any streams because that's all I watch is streams when I'm not playing it. So I haven't seen anyone, but that's what it looks like. I'm pretty sure it looks exactly like that and is fully visible on the ground. I'm not quite sure of the radius. Unfortunately, I wish I could give you more information on it, but I just don't quite know that much about it. So yep, that's the landmine. That's pretty cool. And something somewhat similar but not as efficient that is now released is the bear trap. I'll go ahead and give you guys an image of that. The bear trap came out. It looks, I'll give you I will go ahead and give you guys a quick look on that. It's pretty cool, to be honest. I kind of like the bear trap. I don't know if, actually I'm going to rephrase myself. I don't quite know if I like the bear trap or the landmine, because the bear traps would be kind of OP. You can stick them indoors and stuff, and that's either going to let someone not come in or they might not check. By habit, you're just running through rooms, looting, especially with this new persistent loot, which I'll talk about in a second. You might find yourself running into bear traps, and I did run across a bear trap. I think they are unfortunately glitched at the moment because I think they're invisible, or blade on certain places they're invisible. I stepped on them. They instantly break your legs even though you step on them. And it ticks 3 times after about 10 seconds and you die. You don't go unconscious, you don't bleed, they snap, it ticks 3 times in about 30 to 40 seconds and you're dead. So don't step on a bear trap. Same for landmine. You don't even have those 3 ticks, you get blown up and you're dead. They came out with Winchester bullets. They're called .308 Winchester rounds. I will go ahead and give you guys a picture of those. They look like this, and they spawn in a cartridge like this, so you can see them kind of side by side here. The box looks like that, and the cartridges, the ammo looks like that, and the cartridges looks like that. So they came out with the Winchester. I do like the box. They're kind of upgrading the box models, which is nice. Which leads to the update that the DayZ double rifle now uses the 308 Winchester rounds that I just showed you, along with the Longhorn. So do not pick up Mosin rounds for the Longhorn or the DayZ double rifle, because they now use the 308 Winchester bullets. So that's about it for weapons. We're going to get onto the map next. They added some new areas and camps into the game. They added, I can give you guys a couple of pictures. Nothing too important, to be honest. Nothing very significant in my opinion. I will just go ahead and scroll through the Imgur. I don't feel like downloading all these pictures. Yeah, they came out with, hold on, I'm gonna get them here for a second. Here is the pictures. I'll do a scroll through. You guys can look at them. Here's the new areas. They added some nice villages and some camps that you can see here. Some pretty cool. I don't think the houses spawn anything too good. From my knowledge, they didn't really release that. And once again, this new loot, I'm very frustrated about. I'll talk to you guys about that in a second. They came out with a reworked area pass. They came out with a new summer camp, is basically what you're seeing. They call it a summer camp. And don't get me wrong, it looks nice. I just don't know if it's going to spawn anything good or what your point is to go there. But hey, more to the map, I guess. So that's really about it for the map changes. They came out with some new UI icons, which looks pretty cool. I'll get you guys a picture of that. So you guys know how you have that icon pop on your screen when you are looting things and stuff like that. This is what they look like now, if you haven't noticed. This is what it looks like when you turn things on and off. It's got a light bulb now. When you climb up or, you know, climb down, they have the new ladder option, or opening and closing doors or car doors. This is what doors look like. This is what car doors look like. This is what hoods look like. And this is what gear looks like. So, yeah, here's a weapon crosshairs that you see now, and the default bow. They look pretty good. I do like the crosshair change. They look very good when you. This is the default view right here, and then I think this one. It's some of this is in Russian, guys, so mind me here. And this is when you're aimed. So I'm pretty sure, or I think it's the other way around. I'll be honest. I think this is what it's like when you're not aiming and stuff. But those are the new crosshairs. So those are some pretty cool. They've been the same derpy ones for a very long time. So these ones fit. They actually have the right emoticons and stuff like that, and they're nice and updated, and they look good. So I like that update. So the new map changes, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I personally don't really care about it, but more map. It's fully functional, no glitches. The weapons, the Winchester ammo, and then making them work on the blades and the Longhorn, I'll take that. That's reasonable. The box looks nice. I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. The ammo makes sense now. The bear traps and the landmines, I can't really give a rating. I personally think that might be pretty brutal, especially that bear trap I came across. It was invisible, kills you in 3 ticks, especially the double-story houses where there's only one entrance. I don't know about that one. I'm kind of iffy about that in my opinion. Next, the chainsaw. I'm going to give that a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I think it's kind of funny when you see some guy running at you with a chainsaw for funny purposes. And we'll move on to the last 2 updates that are just going to blow my mind. So I'm going to read this for you guys. As of the 0.55 stable branch update, persistence will no longer be an opt-in feature for servers. Persistence is now moving into the active core feature zone. Private shards operators can request a reset of this through their GSP only in the case of any other behavior. What does this mean for you, the average survivor? What this means, as an item cleanup and respawn is actively being worked on in order to function on a more comprehensive level, you will see DayZ gameplay become potentially significantly more difficult for 0.55. And I cannot stress that enough. This game has taken a turn for the worse when it comes to being harder to play. This game is now extremely survival. There's an item cleanup / respawn will be put in upon 0.56. Loot concentration will evolve across the map as players scavenge and pick up areas clean. If the area you are in seems to be picked clean, you must adventure further inland. Again, the behaviors involving sharp declines of loot will be brought in upon and resolved will be brought in and resolved at 0.56, but for 0.55 you will see the struggle to survive become much harsher. And I cannot stress that, guys. This is where I don't like. This is where loot can spawn anywhere. You can find a MP5K in a shed. You can find food in the fire station. You can find a fire axe in a single spawn building. You can find any loot anywhere. So you're thinking, oh, that's nice. I don't have to go to main trafficked areas. The reason it is nice, I will give it the nice thing, is that you're searching all the buildings. The loot is so hard to find, you are searching every single building you come across for loot, which adds kind of a more survival. You know, you're checking, you're clearing houses. I like that. But you do not find loot. You literally find absolutely no loot. I get the point of having the game harder, but I went through the whole town, the whole Electro. I went through the whole thing, and I found 4 items. I found 4 items. I think they went a little overkill. I understand survival. I understand that it's an open survival zombie apocalypse, that the only goal is people scavenging through houses. Finding loot like you did before was very unrealistic, and they're trying to make this a realistic game. DayZ players, I hear ya. That's reasonable. But this is too far. This is too far. You change the numbers down, and I think you need to, I agree with cutting them down, but I think you need to cut them down about half as what you did. We need half of that back, or you need to go back to the old numbers and then cut them in half. Not what you did now. Cut what you just did in half, because it's too much. It's too much in my opinion. I can't find. I don't know. I don't want to get the backlash from people on Reddit and the comment section. It's my personal opinion. You guys are entitled to yours. I respect that. But I really do feel like, I don't know if you guys haven't played yet, but before you go ahead and leave your opinion or comment, make sure you played at least 3 hours since this patch. It's brutal, guys. It's very, very hard. You do not find food anymore. You're forced to pick for things and kill animals, which I understand. But it's not just that, it's any loot. It's hard to find backpacks, it's hard to find clothes, it's extremely hard to find guns. It's hard to find things, and I think it's just a little bit too much. I agree with the idea of cutting loot down, but I don't agree to the extent of what you did it in. So if you're saying you're doing an item cleanup / respawn to be put in upon 0.56, I would incredibly, significantly, enormously rethink your priorities and do it right now. The second I would be working on that right now. I would prioritize that over everything, because there's a big backlash from the community and it's just overkill. And I think maybe you should have done that. Maybe you should have kept the loot the same and then put in your new balance in 0.56. I don't really like the persistent loot either, but you know, that's my opinion. I respect your guys' opinion and the DayZ mods. I don't own the game. I don't build the game, so yeah. Sorry there. I knew I was going to go on a rant. I knew it before I started. I gave you guys the warning. I'm sorry. I can't resist. Zombies. Oh boy. The new zombies. The zombies are back. Zombies were not a threat, which we all know. They were more of annoyance. It was more PvP based. That's what you're looking for, is killing other players. They're more annoying. You 1 to 2 shot at them depending on what weapon you had or where you hit them. There was 3 zombie skins. Nothing important. And yeah. So what they did is they increased the zombie spawn rate. The zombie spawn rate on the map was set to 500. They upped it to 1,100. So they over doubled it, which is absolutely sick. I love that. More zombies. That makes them more of a threat. That was beautiful. And another thing they did was added new skins. They came out with like farmer zombies. They came out with some other regular skins. They came out with some prison island skins, which new skins I'm surprised haven't came out yet. They've had the same 4 models since the game came out, and I really like that. And then we're going to add hordes. Hordes were going to work as multiple zombies would group up, and I have not seen the hordes yet, but God forbid I ever see one, because the new zombie AI, it used to be only 4 zombies could follow you at a time, but now more than 4 zombies can follow you. They idle, they walk around. Zombies all used to be standing still, and now they walk around, which is sick because that's how it should be. They look around, they walk, they run, they sprint, and they fight in various ways. They react to hits, and they do that. And crouch and crawl method works. So you can be even camouflage works. So if you're in better camouflage gear, it's harder for them to see you. If you crouch and crawl, you'll have they react to sound and stuff. So you're thinking this sounds awesome. More zombies, they're a threat. They take more hits to kill now. You can't two-shot them. There's more. There's hordes. There's more time. This is awesome. There's new skins. This is sick. How are you complaining? Well, let me tell you something. Unfortunately, I don't know if they didn't play their experimental before releasing the zombies, but there is incredible problems with this update, and I'm going to list you them. There's only about 3 or 4, but they're very incredible problems. One, the lag. When they get on you, the animation, they're extremely laggy. The animation and their sense, their style, their animation is too much for these servers and this render system and the DirectX they're on. It's too much. They're extremely laggy. Their attacks makes no sense. They're glitchier than they were before. They can still run through things and they can still attack you through things. And if you're on the 3rd floor, they can attack you from the 1st floor, and it's even worse than it was before. They're extremely laggy. They lower your FPS incredibly because the engine and the render system and the DirectX, that they can't handle that. It's not handleable. And God forbid I've just experienced 2 on me in my FPS and all those problems were happening. So if you get a horde or more than 2 on you, I can't even imagine. Another problem is they're very laggy and very skippy. They move back and forth. They rubber band back and forth, rubber band 5 feet, rubber band behind you 6 feet, rubber band behind you left. And I'm saying, and you're thinking, oh, it must be your ping. I was playing on a server with 36 ping and 0 desync for me, and they were incredibly laggy, and they still are. I just played this morning. They're still very, very laggy, and they attack incredibly fast and incredibly glitchy. By the time you attack once, they can attack 2 to 3 times extremely fast, and you can't kite around them. If even the distance you are from the left to the right, behind them, in front of them, they still command you. They still reach out and glitch and attack you. Oh my god, the UI, the AI, was incredibly lacking. It was made awful. They way rushed this too much. I don't know if they tried to kill their zombies in a realistic way, playing in the real game. I don't know what they did. I don't know if they fucked up when, excuse me, I don't mean to. I normally try not to cuss in my videos, but I'm gonna. So I don't know if they fucked up when we released them. I don't know what they did. You could tell I'm kind of heated about it because I was really getting into DayZ. Guys, you can't say it's just me. The first guy, I came across one guy. I haven't played so much. This update kind of made me salty, so I'm trying not to be salty, especially doing this for you guys. But the first guy I came across, and this is the biggest problem with zombies, and I'll tell you this. I'll tell you a story using an example. I came across one guy, a guy so geared that he normally would kill on sight me when you see these people's in the old patch. And the first thing he said to me, he came up to me and he said, "This patch is asshole. This patch is awful." I'm like, yeah, I agree. This patch is fucking brutal. In mid-sentence, he said this. In mid-sentence, he said, "Did you see these zombies? They're awful." I'm like, yeah, they're really bad. The AI they upgraded was just awful. He's like, yeah, there's even invisible. He was halfway through in saying his sentence. There's even invisible zombies. As we began to get hit by 2 invisible zombies. There's zombies that are even laggier and invisible. You know they're zombies because they're swinging like them. You can hear the swinging noise, and you can hear the zombies making the noise. I don't know if they fixed that yet. I'm assuming they might have, but if they didn't, there's invisible zombies. I went unconscious to one because they're so laggy. I didn't know where he was, And luckily, this guy of mine was healthy and pretty geared, and he ended up swinging randomly in the noise of where he was getting hit, and he eventually took him out. But the zombie AI is just bad. Guys, just, all right, I'm enough with the raging. I give the zombie update a -1 out of a million. I don't like it. It's personally ruining the game for me. I love how long they take to die. I love the better skins. I love the increase. I love the hordes. But you gotta make sure they're not glitchy. You got to make sure your AI is down 110% pat when you're coming out with zombies like these. So I hope they fix them. I hope they fix them soon. Sorry that this patch run down. I was so excited to do one, especially for an update like this, but I'm just really depressed about it. But thank you guys. I'm sorry I went on a rant. I warned you. I'm not really that salty, but I just strongly disagree. If you guys liked, was so salty. I don't even feel good for asking for you guys to like. But if you did enjoy it and you agree with me, make sure you leave a like. Let me know your guys' personal opinions in the comments below. Salt free. I'm alright. You guys can say anything you want. I'm fine. Everyone has their own opinion. Thank you guys a lot for watching. Twitch and Twitter in the description below if you want to check that out. Until next video, guys, have a good one.